this is a test. I don't know how this is going to work because I don't have any way of seeing myself on the screen at the moment, and it's quite dark in here. But that's how we like it. We like it dark and moody. My thoughts are that the woods should be quiet today because the weather's so bad. So hopefully there's no music. I can actually hear rushing water. That's probably not a good sign. Autumn is coming now. This is my favourite time of the year. The rain, the moody skies, all great atmosphere for creating some horror, whether in written form or video or audio. Wow, this really is overgrown now. So I've got a simple question for you. As we are into October now and approaching Halloween, what was your one favourite costume that you dressed up as? Maybe you were a kid, maybe you weren't, maybe you're an adult. Keep it clean. I would love to hear what your favourite costume at Halloween was. For me, there were a few. When I was a kid, there was we were dressed up as Edgar and Allan Frog, the vampire hunters from Lost Boys. My dad bought us me and my friend, we got like dog tags and old army gear from an army surplus shop, and yeah, dressed up as those two characters. We made our wooden stakes to go vampire hunting, something I liked to do when I was a kid. Other kids played different games. I liked to play vampire hunting. Still do. I also dressed up once as C-3PO, and my poor dad, he bought the mask, which was fine, but he bought all of this golden card, and he made the suit out of golden card, and it was all stapled together, and literally, like, I was out the door 2 seconds into the street to go trick-or-treating, and it just fell to pieces. And I think we spent all that Halloween with him just running behind me, stapling me back together. But it's still a nice memory, to be honest. Another one I remember, probably one of my more gruesome ones when I was a kid, I dressed up as a kind of undead zombie that had been in some sort of horrific accident, and half my face had been worn off, and my dad had bought me all of this latex makeup, and I had to put like a sponge over my eye and then tape over my eye to protect it, and then put the latex on top and then colour it all in, and I had ripped jeans with fake blood over it, and I think we did all of that, and by the time I was ready, I think I got about half an hour trick-or-treating because it was so late, but it looked horrific. I remember seeing people's faces, you know, adults answering the door, and there's this kid with half a missing face, and it looked real. That's another good one. One of my favourite memories from Halloween, dressing up in Halloween, is dressing up as Batman and just seeing my silhouette. It was like a homemade outfit. I probably didn't look that great, but we'd made the ears out of this long sort of cardboard and painted them black, and so whenever I was walking past like a a street light, or in this instance I remember there was a security light on and it came on and my shadow cast against this door, and for that wee second little Mike was like, oh my god, I'm Batman. I'm actually Batman. The only time you hear someone playing Batman saying I'm Batman but surprised, it's always like I'm Batman. But I was like, I don't believe it, I'm Batman. I saw those shadows on the, and it looked legit, it looked great when I opened the cape and all that. It was fantastic. One of my favourite photos is of me as a kid. My brother is dressed up as a punk. He was 5 years older than me, and I was dressed up as a Roman centurion, and I had like a beard painted on my face, which is quite funny because I kind of look like I'm trying to be Russell Crowe's character in Gladiator, but this was many years before then. And of course it was impossible for me not to dress up one Halloween as a Ghostbuster. Peter Venkman was my favourite when I was a kid, and so I dressed up as that. I remember, but we did it, we were kind of like the real Ghostbusters, because I remember we dyed this jumpsuit that my mum and dad had got me. My mum dyed it brown, like Peter Venkman's uniform or costume in the real Ghostbusters, and I think we made the proton pack probably out of like cardboard and painted all of it. Paper mache was one that was often used in my house, and it's often used in my house today. I make things for my kids out of paper mache, it's great. But yeah, that was one of my favourites as well. So let me ask you, what was your favourite outfit on Halloween? I'd love to read some of your memories of that time, because Halloween to me is the greatest time of the year, to be honest. This time of year is amazing. The way the leaves change their colour, and like I said before, the moody skies, the rain in Scotland, the dreichness, as we would say. Which way do I go? Do I go this way? Or do I go this way? I'll walk down here a little bit and then I'll turn back, because I'm actually getting soaking despite this umbrella. Well, thank you for coming on this little quick walk with me down memory lane about what costumes I loved to wear on Halloween. I think I stopped round about when I was about 12. I was thinking about this the other day. I'm trying to think, like, when was my last Halloween, and I think it was round about that. I actually wrote a story about it called The End of All Hallows Eve, and it's still one of my favourite little stories that I ever wrote. In fact, there's a narration of it that I did for the channel, so you can find that in our videos. I'll maybe leave a link down below to it. And I remember just being so devastated when I knew that I would have kept going, but in Scotland at least it was pretty taboo to be going trick-or-treating after you were about kind of maybe 13 at the most. That's when people seem to stop completely. But I think I stopped round about then. I thought it was the same year that Ghostwatch came out, which was an incredible fake documentary that was made for BBC. Well worth your time. In fact, one of our subscribers, he was talking about that to me the other day. We were talking about that, about Ghostwatch, and it's such a great watch. I'm so eloquent. I would definitely recommend it. So anyway, thank you for coming with me. on this walk. It's really pouring down now, so I'm going to go and I'll be back soon with another horror reading. I think it's going to be one of my own ones called The Flood Beneath, and I'll see you all soon for that. Take care and enjoy October. Life is short, but it can be sweet if you're lucky. So just enjoy the time. Look how beautiful it is around here. Although you can hear the motorway going. Let's just pretend it's the sound of the sea. Bye for now. I'm actually getting soaked. See you.